This is my mare, Ed's Pretty Lady, and she's in a couple videos, one saddling and then one a little bit of groundwork. So I'm gonna take her in the round pen and work her a little bit with some groundwork and show you what we do here. Last time I had her in here, I was working on her, disengaging her hind end a little bit, and then also I was working on her, moving around us in a round, relaxed manner. So I'll probably start off with just a hair of that. A lot of times I like to start off with something that they know. I like to start off with something that they know, and then, come on, girl. And, well, I have some, I'm going to try to do some stuff with, well, I'll just do it as I go here. So, starting off, like I said, you don't want to walk and get yourself in position like that. So I'm over here, right? I want to send her. So here you go, girl. Come on. Let's go. And see how she's bending her neck pretty nice there. She's pulling a little bit, not too bad. Like I said, I don't jerk on their head to get them to round to the circle. I will put a little pressure on their midsection, their rib cage and stuff like that to get them to bend. See how I'm doing it like that, okay? So now what I'm going to do is stop, girl. See, she kind of knows this already. She's kind of going a little bit on autopilot there because this was the last thing we did. So just to show you how she changed directions kind of on her own. I'll let her do that because I wanted to talk about that. But so now what I'm going to do is just back her up a little bit. Now I'd like to get them to where they'll back up real light. Come on, girl, you can do it. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh, keep going. Come on, keep going. Okay, now see how she's fighting me. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put a little life into the rope. No, come on, back. She was going to go around me, so I'm just putting up a barrier there. You see, sometimes you got to pull pretty hard when you're initially doing it. But once they get the feel for it, it's all really light. See how she's backing up. Come on. Okay. So coming. So that's what you want to. You want to have a bubble around you. You want to have a bubble around you, and a lot of people call that respect and stuff. I think it's like having your personal space. It's safe, right? Horses do this with each other all the time. We were just talking, Eric and I and Kevin. Eric was talking about at his place. He has a border that has a thoroughbred, and he was feeding him along in the fence. He's throwing hay out and spreading out, and it got between kind of two horses, and they were pinning its ears. He went to go one way, and the horse pinned its ears. Going to go the other way, pin its ears. He was going to go forward through the fence. He said, "Don't go that. There's other options, right?" So that's like respect. That's how they respect each other's personal space. Okay, so sometimes a horse will come into you because it's trying to move you and see where you stand in the pecking order. Sometimes it's like they're reverting to some sort of like a foal behavior. Like when they get scared, like a foal will come up and get right up against the mom, But regardless, you want to be able to get them out of your space, and so that they think that it's not a good idea for them to come into your space, okay, unless they're invited. So if something were to happen, like something were to fall, make a big clanging noise or something, if she jumped, she wouldn't come flying through me. She'd want to go this way, that way, or some other way, okay? So that's one of the things there. Now, one of the things we do too is, nope, stop her. I'm putting up a wall here. I don't want her to go forward, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through her like this. And all I wanted her to do was that. First time is take that first step like that, okay? She really didn't move her back legs a whole lot, maybe a little bit. And that's the first step to this. Now this will translate into the saddle when you're turning them on their haunches, okay? So I'm going to do it again. Come on. Okay, she moved that. I was waiting for that right foot to move. Some horses will really resist you on this, okay? One of my stallions, he resists me with his shoulder. I mean, he'll move his head, you can bend his head, he does not want to move that shoulder, okay? So come on, let's do it again. I'm going to see if I can get 2. There, good. Now stopping her, because I don't want her to get the idea that there's release going forward, okay? This exercise is to get them to turn on their haunches. What they'll do eventually is they'll roll back and they'll step like this when they're putting their weight on their rear end, okay? So this is just the beginning. So here we're going to do it again. Come on. There, good. Good girl. Now I'm going to walk her out of it, okay? This is good to do just to give them like it's like a break, you know? And when you start working with a horse, there'll be times you're doing something and it doesn't look like the horse is getting bothered at all. But when you do that, all of a sudden it'll start blowing out, you know, doing that. So it's a good idea to walk them out of it. Like when we start to do stuff with the saddle, like if I were to start jiggling this or whatever, or climb up in the saddle, I'll walk her out of that too, okay? So that I'm not stacking stresses on top of one another. I'm erasing them and starting from the bottom, okay? So that's what I want to do. So now I'm just going to get her to go this way a little bit. All right, stop. Stop. And now I'm going to try to move her from this side. Come on, girl. Good. Good girl. Now she's watching a bunch of people coming up. Come on. There you go. Good. That was kind of backwards, so I want to get her to go to this side here. Come on. Quit stomping. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. That's good. Good girl. She's not really paying attention to me. I've got a group of people walking around out there. So she's looking at it. So I'm going to walk her out of it again. I may try something a little different here. Let's back her up. Come on, back up, girl. What I don't like is, like, watch this. When you jerk like this, see how they raise their head? I don't like that, raising their head like that, because it'll cause them to hollow out their back. So if I can get them to back up without raising their head, you know, that's one of the things I don't like about the popping them so much. Sometimes you got to do it initially to get them the concept. But as a rule, I like to, as soon as I can, get away from this so their head doesn't keep going up, okay? Because what you want them to do is when they're backing up, you want them to put their head down, round their back, and step like this, right? And that, where they're kind of collected, it's like the first start of collection and stuff. So a lot of times if you do just like this, see, she's raising her head still, but come on. See, she's raising it a little bit. Come on, back up. Come on, you can do it. All right, now forward. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, now I'm going to disengage her hind end here. Lift up like this. Come on. So she's planting her front end, see? Oh, stop. And that motion right there, when you're in the saddle and you need to disengage the hind end, you'll lift your rein straight up like that. Lean forward a little bit in the saddle, puts more weight in the front, and then you'll be disengaging the hind end, okay? So that's why you see us do this a lot. We're building this into their understanding from the ground that this is going to be what we want them to do, okay, in the saddle. So here I go like this. See, now she's stopping. I want to stop her. Come on, girl. See how she's moving her front feet now. I'm not releasing the pressure until she stops moving her front feet. See, she is moving her back, but she's still going forward with her front. So she doesn't really quite, that's not the motion you want to get. So I'm going to keep doing it until, there, I got it. She planted her feet, and that's when I released, okay? So it's always when you release is the important thing. So here you go. Again, stop. Trying to put a wall up. And this horse is real sensitive. Come on. No. Come on. There you go. There. I stopped right there. She didn't move her front feet. You just really got to watch for when they're doing the right thing. Okay, so now I'm going to try move her shoulder again. Here we go. Come on. Nope. 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 Don't move. Don't move. Nope. Nope. Stop. Here. Let's go this way. Come on. She's just going backwards. It's not what I want. I want her to go there, like that. Take a step. And we're just building on one step at a time, okay? Come on. She's looking at the people over there in the driveway. Come on. There, good. And they're usually going to be stickier on one side than the other. Okay, so that's a normal sort of thing. I'm going to go back this side here. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Wake up. Come on. There, good. Nope, stop. Slipped away from me. Let's try it again. Come on, girl. Good. Good. So that's a good start for her on turning on her haunches, okay? You really don't want to drill them on it. Like when I don't know if you noticed, but when I was doing some of the disengaging her hind end, she was kind of getting a little bothered, like, I've done this already, you know, and if you do it too much, they're going to think there's an easier way to get the release, okay? And so that's why I say often that you don't want to drill your horse. You know, you don't want to keep drilling them on the same thing. One of the things I'm going to try here before I put her up, I'm going to grab a flag and I'm going to try to get her to back up with the flag instead of just the rope, and see how she does with this, okay? I've been working with this a little bit. One of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to swish the flag underneath them like that, because that's their blind spot, and they could strike at it, right? You know, with their front hooves or something like that. But what I've done, and I'm going to see how it works with her, I'm going to back her up, but I'm going to do it like this behind me. Come on. See if that'll help. Come on, get the idea. Come on. Good. Forward. Come on, back. Come on. Yeah, this is not working, which works with some horses. She's not really responding to it too well. Okay. So, come on. See, I'm trying to get her to drop her head a little bit. And you see, I'm not holding her. I'm just kind of bumping. See? Coming forward. See, I'm not, like when we lead the horses, like I say in a lot of the videos, we don't grab them here and lead them here, okay? They don't get any release. It feels like you have control, but you don't really have any more control than if it's just loose like this, okay? And so ideally you want to get them so soft that they'll just move off a light. Now see, she's not. She's bracing against this. See, she's pushing against it. Come on. Liven up, girl. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You see, I'm just bumping, but she's not putting a lot of, she's not getting away. If she was light and slow, I wouldn't care, but she's kind of pushing at me, okay? And so I want that to get better. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on, you can back up. There, forward. Yeah, she's stomping flies a little bit. But I think she's doing pretty well with this. So that's what I wanted to show you. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.